see. Go on our YouTube, see if my lighting is as bad as it really looks. Can you hear me? Perfect. All right, hello, greetings, good evening, friends, wherever you may be in the world. My name is Anna MC. I'm here to guide you through a chill yoga practice. We have about 10 minutes till we get started. So if you're watching this after the live stream, just go ahead and skip ahead. Let me see, I'm gonna get this chat bar going. I did post a playlist for y'all tonight. It's in my Instagram story. I'm gonna type that into the chat now so you can find me. So if you want some tunes for practice, I just threw that in the live chat. Feel free to drop me a line here in the live chat. And then let's see, if you want to donate for practice, you can do so at blackswanyoga.com/live. Let's see. Do this up, see how the lighting is back here. It's okay, right? It's not too bad. I don't get great light in here. And I hate overhead lighting, so I don't want to turn it on. It's just gross. I don't like it. So yeah, we're here for about 10 minutes or so. If you're watching on YouTube, drop me a line. I'm just going to be kind of sitting here chatting with you. But first, I'm going to go get my water because I'm really thirsty. There I am. Okay. Well, I'm just going to hang out here awkwardly. right, we're getting started in about 5 minutes, y'all. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to drop me a line in the chat bar. Let me know how you are. Let me know who you are. Let me know where in the world you are. If we have never practiced together before, my name is Anna MC. I'm going to guide you through a chill practice tonight. We're just going to be hanging out, doing some, basically just some stretching. We're not going to do anything too crazy. Yeah, no down dogs, no chaturangas, no planks, none of that nonsense. Just some nice easy movement to kind of get you ready for bed. So yeah, getting started in about 4 minutes. If you want to drop me a line in that chat bar, let me know how you're doing. Let me know who's in the room. Go ahead and feel free to do that. Oh, good evening. I see people hopping on. Hi, y'all. Getting started in about 4 minutes. So yeah. I don't know, I posted a playlist for you. I don't really have a lot to say tonight. I know, that's weird for me, right? Posted a playlist if you want some tunes for practice. Hit up my IG story real quick at the.anna.mc. Get that queued up. And yeah, as you arrive, let me know how you are. Let me know where you are. Let me know who you are. I like to know kind of who's in the room, you know, the virtual room. Yeah, I hope everyone had a good weekend. I hope everyone's drinking enough water. And that's all I got for you. Jill, hi Jill. Yeah, me too. I'm with you. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, same. I don't know. The rain, low energy, feeling kind of yucky myself as well. So, yeah, let's just move our bodies a little bit. Get ready for bed. We got a couple people joining in as well. All right, greetings, friends. As you hop in, please feel free to drop me a line on that chat bar. I want to know how you are. I want to know who you are. I want to know where you are. So talk to me. We have a few minutes till we get going. Nice chill practice for you tonight. We're not really doing any like work, right? We're not doing down dog. We're not doing chaturanga. We're not doing up dog. Screw all that. We're just going to hang out and kind of move and stretch a little bit. So yeah, talk to me in this little chat bar. Alyssa, I'm glad you're here too. I saw your message on IG as I was starting this, so I couldn't respond. But I'm glad that you're here. Yes, I posted a playlist for y'all. If you haven't seen that yet in my story, feel free to go and check that bad boy out. It's a nice chill one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a lot to say, out of character, but that's where I'm at today. I'm a little low energy, so we have 2 minutes till we get going. If you want to cue up that music, I would do that now. Roll your mat out, maybe light a candle or some, I don't know, incense or sage or Palo Santo, whatever your vibe is. Make sure you have some water. Hi friends, a couple more people joining on. Those of you that have already been here, you just like hearing me say the same thing. As y'all arrive, please, hi friends, please feel free to drop me a line in that chat bar, friends who are just tuning in. Something that we started doing Alyssa, last week? Ivy, oh, y'all, Ivy's here. Ivy's another teacher at Black Swan. I love Ivy. Yeah, I started doing this, last week, y'all, a little check-in on the chat bar. So, yeah, how you are on that chat bar. My computer's freezing again. It likes to do that right before I get started. So yeah, I'm so glad y'all are here. Ivy, I posted a playlist on my IG story if you want some music for practice. There I am, cool, I'm back. So y'all can tune or cue that up rather. We're getting going in about a minute. Let's see, yeah, okay. Beautiful. I'm gonna bring the laptop over by my mat. I'm gonna take my glasses off because I don't like flowing with them. And yeah, we're gonna start in a child's pose tonight, and we are gonna be there for a few minutes. So if you know child's pose isn't gonna be like super accessible for your body to like stay in for a couple minutes, start somewhere else instead. I would recommend maybe a seated pose today over on your back, just because it's gonna help facilitate transitions better. Yeah, I guess it is about that time. Let's start to settle in. Okay. Ooh. child's pose. I'm going to take a nice wide-legged child's pose. Hi friends, just joining in. We're just about to get started. So those of you that just got here, there's a playlist on my Instagram story. Donate at blackswanyoga.com/live if you're able to. It is appreciated. And we're starting a child's pose, chill practice for tonight. I'm going to recommend a wide-legged child's pose just to start to allow the hips to release, but if you prefer closed-legged, it's your practice, man. All right, big toes touching, knees a comfortable distance apart, whatever that looks like. Go ahead and wiggle yourself around, get comfy, get cozy, and start to sink in. Find a comfortable extension of your arms. Wiggle the rib cage to rest on or between your thighs. And go ahead and close your eyes here. Allow yourself to be still. Allow yourself to fully arrive into this moment. As you come onto your mat this evening, I want to encourage you to just give yourself this little gentle reminder that everything that's happened before this moment, it's gone now. It's in the past. Everything that will happen after this moment is yet to come. It's entirely uncertain and not within your control. So while we may carry thoughts of the past or fears of the future with us, for the next hour, can you maybe set those things aside? Can you allow yourself to simply be here, right now, to be present with your breath, with your body, and to show up for yourself completely? You made the effort to get to your mat tonight, so how can this practice serve you? A deep breath in, and a slow and steady sigh out. Let's do 2 more just like that. Big inhale, soft sigh. Last time, fill up the belly, the ribs, and the chest, and then slowly release it. And from here, just maintain a soft focus on your breath. Begin to channel that breath just down to the low belly, and more importantly, the low back. Notice how those muscles expand and contract. Child pose can be an excellent release for the low back if you spend some time here. And from there, not only inhale the low belly, but start to inhale to the rib cage as well. Notice how the rib cage presses against the thighs. Now let's inhale into all 3 chambers. Inhale belly, ribs, and chest. How does the breath change the body? How does the breath change how you're feeling? It's a great way to ground you into the present moment. And keeping those breaths slow and steady, exhales and inhales equal, just drop further into the body. Take a little scan. Check in for any tension or discomfort. Try to locate it precisely, and then ask yourself, is this tension familiar or new? Is it something I always carry with me, or is it something fun and new and exciting? More importantly, is this tension within my control? Is it it something I can make a conscious effort to let go of? Perhaps you start small by releasing the space between your eyebrows, by unclenching your jaw, releasing your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Can you relax your neck, shoulders, thighs? With each passing exhale, can you allow your body to sink deeper to your mat? Now, yogis, before we get moving, perhaps you take this opportunity here with yourself and this stillness to set an intention for practice. This intention can be anything that brought you to your mat tonight, anything you want to focus on, find clarity on. Perhaps it's simply to be present or to release the things that are no longer serving you. To recognize and honor what's within your control and what's not. Find something that feels true and necessary. Plant it in your mind's eye like a seed, and return to it as we move. A deep breath in, big breath out. Good. Begin to activate this child's pose. If your arms aren't fully extended, curl them to the top of your mat, spread wide through your fingers, and then let your elbows slightly lift off the mat, wrapping your shoulders into their sockets. Then press through your hands to get your hips sitting closer towards your heels. Perhaps you notice the stretch along the back side of your shoulders here. What's it like if you try to breathe into that space? Now from here, just lift the forehead about an inch off the mat. You're going to start to crawl the hands over to the left side of the mat, allowing the forehead to reground. You can let this stretch be entirely passive, or you can keep pressing through that right hand with the elbow lifting off the mat and the shoulder wrapping down to create a slightly more active stretch. Focus the breath into the right rib cage. Next inhale, lift up the forehead. We're just going to crawl on over to the right side, allowing the rib cage and forehead to rest. Again, it can be passive, or you can press through that left hand to intensify the stretch. And inhale lifts us back up, crawls through center, press back. On your next inhale, begin to pull yourself forward to a tabletop. So I want you to just start to drop into a little bit of organic movement here, right? I had you in that child's pose for a while. So don't think too hard about this. Just move around, get your blood flowing, and trust yourself. There's no right or wrong thing to do. Just make things up. And remember that everything we're doing is just something that somebody made up at some point. What? I know, it's crazy. So move like you, do what you need to do. Start to drop in and check in. We will do some structured stuff here together, but these first few breaths are just for you. And start to make your way to neutral here. So what does neutral mean? It means wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We're spreading through the fingers. Make sure that there's a slight upward engagement of the low belly to support the spine and lengthen. Right here, disengage. Just find that little engagement, long, flat back. Soften through the elbows. On the inhale, drop your belly as you lift your gaze and tailbone up for your cow spine. Pause here. Slide the shoulders down the back and just relax the muscles in the belly. No sucking in, all right? No one to impress. Just let it all hang out. big breath in. Let me exhale, lead with the pelvis. Draw your navel up and in. Round up your spine. Chin tucks last for your cat. Pose. Pause here. Actively press the ground away. Feel the opening between the shoulders. And inhale, belly drops. Look up. Exhale, round it out. Again. I want you to cycle through this a few times on your breath, really exploring the length and the sound of your breath, and feeling free to pause in any shape that feels good. Maybe you close your eyes and just drop in here. And one more time. Beautiful. Return to neutral. So we've been working with these little kind of cat-cow circles. If you haven't done this with me before, stay with me. So start in your cow pose. Just drop your belly, lift your booty and your gaze. Then from there, with the belly still dropped, tilt your butt and your head to the left, right? Good. And then we're going to come up through center. We're going to tilt to the right like a little confused puppy. What? And then as we come down, we're going to round into cat. And then we're going to tilt to the left, begin to drop the belly, come through center, to the right, and then round it out. So we're just turning this into some circles with that similar cat-cow sensation. Still inhaling to drop, and exhaling to round. Doesn't matter if it looks weird. Good, change directions. Maybe it's choppy at first and then it becomes smooth. Maybe this direction feels totally weird in your body, totally unintuitive. That's fine too. Good. And then come back to neutral. Take one cat-cow. Beautiful. Now from here, let's just turn the fingers to face back toward the body. So our palms are still flat, but our fingers are facing toward our thighs now. Find a little shift forward and backward. Getting into the wrists and the forearms. Good. Now turn your fingers to face in toward each other, like a little bulldog, right? Same thing, forward and backward. Maybe you bend the elbows. Maybe take a cat-cow here. How do these little changes, these little variables, change the way it feels in the body? Turn your fingers to face out. Same thing. Play with it. Forward, backward. Maybe you go side to side. Maybe you bend the elbows or take a cat-cow. And then from there, let's take the backs of the hands to the mat now. So my fingers are facing my thighs again, but my palms are facing open toward the ceiling. A little shift forward, backward. This one's always the spiciest for me. So make sure I'm super gentle on it. It really stretches into the fronts of the forearms. Beautiful. And let that go. Come back to neutral. From here, let's just take some hip circles with that right leg. I'm just going to tuck my toes, I'm going to take my heel up, and I'm going to start to circle it around. Big, juicy circles with that right hip. Change directions. And return to neutral. Switch sides, lift that left heel up, and circle it out. Change directions. And come back to neutral, one cat-cow. Good. From neutral, inhale your right arm up, open up the ribcage. On the exhale, thread the needle. Right arm goes between left arm and leg. Take your right shoulder and ear all the way down to the mat, and then actively press that right shoulder toward the right edge of your mat. Now I'm going to recommend taking your left arm all the way out in front of you, spreading through your fingers, and then again allowing that shoulder to wrap down into its socket. So we're creating a dual purpose stretch here. Focusing the breath to the space between the shoulders. Good. Now let's take that left hand back underneath the shoulder. Inhale, press up, reach up. And exhale, plant it down. The other side, left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle, shoulder and ear go down. Press your left shoulder toward the left edge of your mat. Then walk your right arm long in front of you. Spread through your fingers, wrap that shoulder down. So we're trying to turn the eye of the elbow up toward the ceiling. Feeling a dual purpose stretch here. You channel the breath to that back body part space. Good. Take the right hand back underneath the shoulder. Inhale, press up, reach up. Ooh, exhale, hand goes down. Cat-cow. Sometimes I like to just throw a cat-cow on it, you know? Like if you want it, then you should have put a cat-cow on it. Step your right foot to the back of your mat, land into the ball of the foot, actively press your heel back. Getting cat-cow is one of my all-time favorite things. Cat-cow and good morning stretch are probably my favorite things, and they're things I would encourage you to do like every single day. So here we're just pressing that right heel toward the back edge of the mat, stretching to the right calf. You can find a little shift forward and backward if that's calling to you. If you are a runner, this probably feels really good for you. Oh, a little calf stretch. And come back to neutral, switch sides. Beautiful. And let's let that go. Put a cat-cow on it. Inhale, drop it. Exhale, round. And return to neutral. Come back to sit on your shins. So we won't be in this stretch super long. I'm going to call this a modified camel. It's going to be gentler than a camel pose would. If you can go to camel and you feel like it's necessary, feel free to. To me, it feels a little bit early for that, but it's your practice. You know your body. So what we're going to do is we're just going to plant our hands back behind our body, seated on the shins. I like thumbs facing forward. That's just me. Find a hand placement that feels natural. And then from there, we're just going to inhale to lift the hips up, looking up above us, pressing the thigh bones up, breathing into the front line of the body. And exhale, release down. From here, let's come into a very brief child's pose. Seated back on the shins, arms fully extended in front of you. From this child's pose, look between your hands. Start to crawl your hands further forward until your hips begin to stack over your knees. Prepping for puppy pose. You want to think like a playful puppy with its booty in the air. Earlier we were a confused puppy, now we want to play, all right? So, booty up, arms all the way out. Take your forearms down to the mat, and then start to take your chin and chest toward the mat. If chin on the mat is too much on your neck, take your forehead down instead. Wherever you are, actively press your chest toward the ground. It may even touch your mat. Just this active pressing the sternum down. Check in for any unnecessary tension, try to soften. From here, look between your hands. Use your forearms to pull your heart forwards. Now our shoulders are over our wrists. We're just going to step our legs back, lay the belly and the thighs down. So the elbows are underneath the shoulders, right? And they're tucked into the rib cage. We're still spreading wide through our fingers. It's like we want to get into a forearm plank, but we ain't going there because this is a chill practice. Forearm planks most definitely are not chill, all right? So from here, right, got my toes untucked, hip distance apart with the feet. We're going to slightly firm the thighs, and we're going to press through the forearms to lift the sternum up, right? Shoulders sliding down the back, broaden through the collarbone. This is your Sphinx pose. I love this pose. Just take a few breaths here. It's not a big pose, it's gentle. And then on the exhale, we're going to release that down. So, we're going to do this on the left side first, simply so you can see me, because this stretch is kind of hard to describe sometimes. So take your hands underneath your shoulders, underneath your chest, elbows wrapping back. From there, we're going to keep that right hand exactly where it is. You're going to take your left arm long to your side, so your hand is aligned with your shoulder, your palm is flat on the ground. Right hand still under the chest, left arm extended long. From there, take your right heel towards your butt, right? Now we're going to press slightly through our right hand to roll onto our left hip. That right foot is going to carry back behind us. Left ear just comes down to the mat. So we're opening the front of the left shoulder head right now, right? We're laying along the left side of our body, pressing slightly through that right hand to open the front of the left shoulder. You can also do this one like standing up against a wall. I used to use it a lot when I taught kickboxing, and we would do it up against like a heavy bag. It's nice. Nice little front shoulder opener. And on the exhale, we're just going to roll through center and switch sides. Left hand comes under the shoulder, elbow hugs back, right arm comes long. The hand is aligned with the shoulder, palm is flat. We draw that left heel toward the butt. We press through our left hand to roll onto the right side. And exhale to come back through center. Take both hands underneath your shoulders, elbows wrapping back, bring your feet together to touch, and inhale for a baby cobra. Peel your heart up, squeeze your elbows back. Now we have no weight in the hands, but you're just slightly firming up. And exhale to release that tension down. From here, we're just going to press back up to a tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. From here, I'm going to slide my right foot outside my right hand. So I'm just going to come into my lizard from here, right? From here, right knee over ankle, big toe forward, stay grounded through the ball mound of your foot. We've got the right arm inside the right leg. You may need to wiggle your left leg a little further back. Now, this might be a lot for your body, right? You might already be like, damn, what the hell is this? So if that's the case, stay here. If you don't feel this a ton and you want to deepen it a little bit, try walking down to your forearms. If you can't quite get down to the mat, but on your hands isn't enough, you can always bring your forearms to like a big book or a yoga block if you have it, or a box. Wherever you are in this, we're staying grounded through the ball mound of the foot, and we're breathing into the pelvis. And you relax your face, your jaw, your neck. What's within your control here and what's not. If you hate this pose, first of all, I want you to know you're not alone. This used to be my least favorite shape, now it's like my second or third least favorite, so it does grow on you. If you struggle here, I really just want you to notice kind of where your mind is at, and then ask yourself if that's really where you need to be, right? Is having negative thoughts here going to serve you, or can you focus on the breath and unconsciously relaxing your muscles, right? Which one feels better? We don't control everything, but we do have the ability to control our responses to things, right? Full breath cycle here. Good. If you are on your forearms, start to walk up to your hands. Now, y'all, we're just going to go straight from our lizard into our half pigeon today. How do we do that? Well, I'm going to wiggle my foot between my hands. I'm going to tuck my back toes, lift my back leg, and then I'm just going to slide that foot over, right? Got the right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle behind the left wrist. Look over your left shoulder, make sure ankle, knee, and hip are in a straight line. Square your pelvis forward, puff the chest. On the exhale, begin to fold. Again, breathe all the way down to the lowest point in your belly. Maybe you close your eyes here. Drop in. Notice what comes up. You relax your eyebrow, your jaw, your shoulders. What can you let go of here? A deep breath in. Big breath out. Good. On an inhale, very slowly begin to walk back up to your hands. We're just going to come up back to that left knee and then slide our right leg back. Now from here, if you'd like to circle out the knee, or sorry, the hips again, you can. Just inviting a little bit of blood flow back into that. So we're just going to come into this on our second side. Starting with our lizard lunge, right? From our tabletop, we're just going to slide that left foot to plant outside the left hand. And I'm going to wiggle my right foot farther back behind me. Knee over ankle, big toe forward, grounded through the ball mound of the foot. Now you might notice immediately, holy hell, this side's different. Congratulations, you're totally normal. Most of us have imbalances in our body, so if this side's different, just acknowledge it and then be like, all right, cool man, that's what I'm working with. So maybe you stay here on your hands on this side, maybe you deepen, maybe you come down to the forearms. Wherever you are, we breathe down into the pelvis. I know it sounds crazy, but it's totally possible. And we stay grounded through the ball mound of the foot. Maybe you close your eyes. And if you notice that you're tensing anything up because this pose is not your favorite, just make a little effort to release. You're already going through enough, so why add more tension, right? Full breath cycle. If you're on your forearms, come up to your hands. Just wiggle that foot between the hands, right? Plant your hands flat, lift your right knee up, and then slide that left ankle behind your right wrist. Back leg wiggles long. Look over your shoulder, ankle, knee, and hip, straight line. Square the pelvis forward. Roll the shoulders back, puff the chest, and begin to fold. Again, it could be a lot different. Who cares? Just be nice to your body. It's literally doing its best for you, okay? So surrender in. Find a comfortable extension with your arms. Concentrate your breath, your low belly. Close your eyes. Notice what comes up. What can you let go of? Deep breath in. Big breath out. inhale, slowly begin to walk yourself back up. And just draw that right knee back in. Take your left leg behind you. Maybe you circle it out to get the blood flow going back in. Ooh, my head popped real loud. Maybe step it back to the back of your mat again. Any little movements you need to take. Ooh, she's popping like crazy, y'all. And then for good measure, throw a cat-cow on it. Inhale, drop it. Exhale, round it. Good. And let's come to take a seat here. Just sit down on your butt. Take a little sip of water. All right. Hips, hips, hips. Soles of the feet together. Knees wide, like a butterfly. I always get so relaxed after I do pigeon, y'all. It's like hard to come back from that. So, feet together, knees wide. Only bring your feet as far into your body as feels good. There's no need to force it. Sit bones down, tall and proud. Let's do 3 shoulder shrugs here, yeah, because it feels good. Sometimes we just have to lean into the things that feel good. Good. Take a big inhale. On the exhale, begin to fold forward. Let's keep this passive this evening. So I'm just going to let my palms face up in front of me, going as deep as I just naturally can, right? Not using any assistance. I'm going to even relax my neck, let my head hang. And then channel the breath all the way down to where the pelvis and into your hips. And on the exhales, you might notice your body relaxes and you can just fold a little further. Unclench your jaw. Big breath in and out. On the inhale, begin to walk yourself back up. Let's take the legs out wide, V for victory. Sit bones down, toes flexing up. Nice tall spine. You have a couple options here, right? Your first option is just take an entirely passive stretch like we just did. Notice this is as far as I go whenever it's passive. This stretch is not natural for my body particularly. So again, you can hang out here just working with that natural mobility. If you want to build up a little more flexibility, you can take a more active approach. Tall spine, strong core, palms in. It's like you've got a present and you want to give it to someone that you can't quite reach. Take a big inhale. On the exhale, try to give them that present. Reach forward. Beautiful, but you didn't quite get there. Inhale, lengthen the spine, strengthen the core. Exhale, try a little harder, reach forward. Still didn't get there. One more time, inhale, lengthen, strengthen. Exhale, really try to give them that present. Oh, and relax it down. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, slowly begin to walk yourself back up. Let's take the legs together. Give a little squeeze in. Let's extend that left leg long. Draw your right knee into your chest. Plant the sole of your right foot. And from there, let's pick that right foot up, plant it outside of the left thigh. Plug that right sit bone back down. Arms go up on the inhale. two options here. On the exhale, you can either hook your arm around your shin and hug your knee into your chest, or you can hook your elbow around the outside of your thigh, pressing hand and leg into each other. Whichever option you choose, we're going to look over that right shoulder. And exhale to release. Switch sides, right leg long. Slide that left foot in. Pick your foot up and plant it. Plug that booty bone down. Arms up on the inhale. Exhale, hook around or into, and look over that left shoulder. And exhale to release. And we're going to extend both legs long in front, sit bones on the ground, thighs zipped up to touch. Toes flexing up, arms up on the inhale. Reach your toes, no problem at all. Bend the knees. And then again, this can be an entirely passive stretch, working with your natural mobility, or you can work on flexibility by intentionally using your breath. The inhales draw the navel in, lengthen up the spine, lift the heart. The exhales, you might notice you're able to fold a little further. Full breath in and out. On the inhale, slowly roll up. On the exhale, come to lay down on your back. Once you're on your back, let's take soles of the feet together, knees out wide like a butterfly. This is called Supta Baddha Konasana. I'm going to place my hands on my hip creases and tuck my shoulder blades a little more underneath my body. Close your eyes here. And try to focus the breath down into the hips. Allow yourself to be still here. And starting from the top of your head and moving down, make a conscious effort to relax. Release the space between your eyebrows. Release your jaw. Relax your neck, shoulders, thighs. With each passing exhale, can you allow your body to grow heavier? breath in. Big breath out. On your next exhale, take your hands down to your sides. Use them to guide your knees closed like a book. Draw your knees into your chest and give a little squeeze. Maybe take a little rock left and right. And then from here, just make this squeeze bigger. Take your arms around your shins, forehead comes in to meet the knees. Close your eyes. Show yourself just a moment of gratitude for taking this time for you this evening. Literally giving yourself a hug. Take your biggest inhale of your day, squeeze tighter. And a final resting pose. Let your arms and legs go long. Toes fall wide. Eyelids close. Please do not skip this, y'all. It's so, so important for our practice. So if you have the time, stay here with me. I'm going to hang out in Shavasana with you for just a couple minutes, and then I will guide us all out. So allow yourself to return to your natural breath. Take that scan head to toe. Allow your muscles to relax, your body to grow heavy. Yogis, I want to encourage you to rest here as long as you need to. There's no Shavasana too long. However, if you are ready to close out practice and would like to do so together, begin to draw your focus back in. Once again, notice that sweet sensation of breath as it enters and leaves the body. And begin to invite some little movements in. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Softly circle your wrists, be gentle. And on an inhale, hit a nice big good morning stretch. Reach your arms overhead. Fingers and toes pull away from each other to lengthen your spine. And on an exhale, slowly roll on to your right side. Try to keep your eyes closed. On an inhale, take your time to press up to a seat. Find a nice tall spine. And then on an inhale, let's reach the arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart, chin to chest. I want to encourage you to take a moment here. Maybe it's simply to stay a little longer with this connection to your breath and body. Maybe you return to that intention you set earlier. Or perhaps you sit here in meditation even after we all sign off. Whatever it may be, just take another moment for yourself. Reconnect to the reason you showed up this evening. Take a deep breath in. Open, mouth, release. Now, as always, yogis, the light in me honors, acknowledges, and truly loves that same light in me. Namaste. Beautiful, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in, for being here with me virtually. It is a pleasure and a joy to be able to still connect with you folks, to be able to practice together. We've still got the chat open here if you want to say goodnight or anything. Namaste, Ivy. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Let me know. You can find me on Instagram at the.anna.mc or on my new. This happens every time, every evening. The end of class, I lose connection. Anyway. You know, it is what it is. Lost connection again. I'm going to say goodnight. Thanks for being here. Tune in to flow with me again tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday. Be well, friends.